Hey, this is Doug. I just wanted to take you through the buying process for your home. Keep in mind that if you're dealing with, or if we're dealing with a foreclosure, a short sale, or something out of the ordinary, that there are additional precautions that we should take, that we will take, and also the time frames are going to change versus a traditional standard contract. So. That being said, let me take you through a basic process and let me know if you have any questions. There are timely components to every transaction, but the essence is that we're looking for the right property, the right time frame, and the right price. And what my job is to do is to take you and show you the roadmap, where we need to be, when we need to be there, what we need to have done, when, and all of that good stuff, so that I keep you out of trouble. And basically, because I've gone through the process so many times, I definitely have your back. And so let me help you do this. Let me put you into the process. That starts by looking up some properties, setting you up in the system for an initial search, and to go over what your needs are, what your wants are, and get some properties in front of you on the computer. And once we do that, what I need for you to do is to look at them, take a look at the criteria we're using to modify and tweak those criteria so that you're getting properties that actually make sense for you. Once we fine tune that and get you the right properties to look at, we'll go out, we'll look at some, we'll find one, we will price it, and we will buy it. The process of buying a home is going to be dependent on what kind of a home it is, whether it's a short sale, a foreclosure, a regular transaction, or just what. It's also going to be dependent on subdivision, location, whether it's on lake, off lake, that kind of thing. So what we need to do is actually pull up comps in the system and decide, based on what that home is, where it is, and all that, how much is it actually worth in today's market. So what I'll do is I'll take you through the general components of a contract, and we will negotiate a deal. A contract is a whole bunch of different things, and there's a whole bunch of different things that you need to consider. So when we go to put an offer, it's not just a simple price. It's going to be price, timing, your loan details, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to help you actually decide what makes sense in today's market, what makes sense for you based on your financials, based on this property, and we move forward from there. Then we actually, once we have a contract, I'll guide you through all the different components of that so that we meet each and every deadline. When you need to have your inspections done, when you review your seller disclosures and all that good stuff, and if there's something that stands out, we would have the inspector take a look at it. So we go through all the addendums that may or may not be required, and there's going to be more if it's a foreclosure and that kind of thing. But these contracts are designed and set up to protect you, and so there are definitely things that you need to do by particular dates. My job is to make sure you do them, and you do them right, so that you're protected. So, and again, financing, you need to have that done by a particular date so that we stay within the contract. Okay. Next is what I call the path to closing. It's knowing what to look for, when to look for it, and what the signs are that things are not going well. So there are caution signs, there are danger signs. And in some cases, like for instance, if you're swimming with the sharks or the banks, so to speak, in one way or another, we may hit a crossroads where we need to actually stop, take a look at what's going on or what information we have in front of us, whether it be a bad home inspection or something that may be a challenge down the road with this particular house. And we need to either modify the deal or figure out that it's not really the deal we were after to begin with. And so we come up with either it's a yellow light, a red light, or a green light, and we proceed or don't proceed accordingly. So these are the things that I do and I help you with along the way, and so I can keep you out of trouble now and hopefully in the future, so that you get a good house at a good price. Okay. So anyway, the kind of back to the timing, price, and contingencies. The more flexible you are with timing, the better chances we have of an acceptable offer. So, for instance, when you negotiate a deal, you're going to have a bunch of different components. Now, if you're flexible on all the components except for price, then you probably can offer, be a little bit more aggressive with your offer. But on the other hand, if you're not, then you may need to adjust elsewhere. Like, for instance, if your timing is not as flexible, you may need to offer more money so that you get an accepted contract. Anyway, the less contingencies you have, like for instance, if you have to sell your own home, then the more apt we are to get a signed contract. Of course, there's attorney things, title searches, title insurance, loan contingencies, and coordinating the close with all the different parties that are involved. And so I help you to make that happen. But what I want you to understand is that price is not final until price is final. And that is after all the contingencies are removed, inspections are done, and all of our paperwork is signed. Okay? And so my job is to make sure that you follow through and the attorneys follow through and your inspectors follow through, make sure the doors are open when they need to be opened, and you are covered. And so if I do all of that for you, then you can kind of sit back and you wait for Doug to call you and tell you what you need to do, when you need to do it, and you can truly enjoy the process with your family and get on with the next step of your life, which is truly, it's enough, and that's moving. But I will take care of everything that needs to be taken care of on my end, so that you can do the things that you really enjoy. I will have the contractors for you to choose from, inspectors for you to choose from, an attorney for you, a bunch of different attorneys that you can choose from, and I'll have recommendations for you so that you can choose the right people based on this transaction and what needs to happen. So again, I have your back. I will take care of you. I treat people the way I want to be treated, and so all we need to do is take care of a little bit of paperwork. South Carolina requires me to go through agency agreement disclosure with you when we get together on the phone or in person, and then we can kind of get things rolling, get you some properties to see, and let's hopefully get you a real nice house to live in, and we can get that done very soon. Give me a shout at your convenience anytime. I am normally reachable. 803-580-9399. I look forward to helping you out. Take care.